Hello everybody and welcome to Outdoors Britain. In this video we're going to head down to my local forest where we're going to go and have a wander around the woods, and I'm going to show you a really easy way to make yourself a bushcraft brew. Now let's get into it. And we've landed at the forest. So I'm just going to shut the roof. Right, now this forest is quite public. It's huge. There's just miles and miles upon miles of forest, but the first few acres around the car park, which is where we are now, it does get frequented by a lot of dog walkers and horse riders. In fact, I don't know if you can see there in the background, they were just putting a horse in the back of their horse box, and I don't know if you can see, flip the camera around. That car over there has just pulled up. So what we're going to do is we are going to head all the way up this sort of uphill section, the first sort of couple of miles, just to get away from the sort of dog walking kind of area, because they don't tend to wander too far from the car park. So what we're going to do is head all the way up this bit of this sort of long uphill section. Then we're going to head across the valley to the other side, and then we're going to stop for a brew. Right, first thing we need to do is get the tripod out the boot and the wander in the woods bag. We'll have that out. Leave the jacket here because it's not actually that cold. Grab the wander in the woods bag, the camera tripod. Stop the car and head on into the woods. Oh, okay, now I'm blowing, because that is a long walk up that hill. Never mind the little slope up at the golf course. Oh, whoops, that. Hang on, let's light the camera back up. That is a walk. Right, now, do we head left or do we head right? I think we'll head right. I'll tell you what, this forest is absolutely huge. I can't remember how many acres or hectares it is. But I'll tell you what, I'd love a shooting permission somewhere as big as this. That would be absolutely amazing. Okay, so quick sit rep. We're now at the top of couple of mile hill, and we're now walking along the top of the south side of the ridge. I don't know if you can see on the camera, if it will come up, but just over the other side of here it drops back down the hill that we've just walked all the way up, and this side, just through these trees here, along that edge of the bank along there, is where it starts dropping down into the valley. but you can't really see it very well from here. So what I'll do is I'll head down here a little bit further and show you the valley. And here we are, right at the edge of the valley. Just flip the camera around, put it on the tripod. I'll show you how far we're actually heading. So, bank starts just here, and we are heading through these trees here, all the way through, up over here, all the way over to there. This clump of trees between those two fields, that's where we're heading. And that is a pretty damn long walk. So, enough of my rambling, and let's get on our way. Right, quick sit rep. We've made it to the other side of the valley. We're now in that clump of trees that I showed you earlier, and I am absolutely parched. So it's time to get that brew on. Right, first things first. What is in the Wobble in the Woods bag? Right, first things first, unclip this, or just side it off. Right, in here we have one little folding shovel. It's actually brand new, never been used. And what I brought this along for is to make us a safe area to put the brew kit up. Make a nice little flat spot. Like so. There is more sections to that handle, but there'll be more on that at the end. So what do we have in the rest of the bag? Well, in here we have 1 cup, 58 pattern water bottle, and my proper cup that you've seen in plenty of other videos. And in the main pouch, you guessed it, it's the rest of the brew kit. So we've got milk, coffee, good old teaspoon. So I'll put it all this side so you can actually see it. One kettle, the same one you've seen in plenty of other videos. And because I knew everything was going to be soggy and damp out here today, I have brought some pre-cut kindling from home. Really thin stuff, medium stuff and thicker stuff. I'm just going to leave that in there so it doesn't get damp on the floor. Now, in the back of the brew kit bag, we have one stove. I'll just move that out of the way. Now, I brought this from, I think it was eBay. It was really cheap. It was about £12, £13. They might have gone up a little bit since then. But this is a Lixada stainless steel dual fuel stove. When I say dual fuel, it comes with this fire grate, so you can use a wood fire, and it also comes with this plate, which you can put a Trangia spirit burner in, which I didn't bring with me today. Put that to one side because we don't need that. Right, that's all you do, is you lay it out like so. So it goes in one slot, folds over, goes in the second slot. These holes line up like that. And put your pin in to lock it all in place. Like so. Now, just move the camera so you can see what I'm doing. Now in here, I'm going to build up the thinnest kindling to a basic sort of teepee shape. Don't worry if you can't see, I'll give you a closer look in a minute. But when you make the teepee, you've got to make sure that you leave an opening through the front. I'll explain why in a minute. Get it all in there. I'm going to use the whole bundle to make sure we definitely get it going. Now, let's take the medium bundle. And add a few bits in. Now, we're going to take one of the big bits. We're going to cut the floor widest facing up. And we're going to go zoom the camera back out, because now I'm going to go into the end pocket where we will find some cotton wool, a ferro rod and striker, and some petroleum jelly. Doesn't have to be the expensive branded one, just petroleum jelly. And now what we do is we get a piece of cotton wool, about so big, maybe a little bit bigger, like that, just a pinch. You can open your petroleum jelly and just wipe it, so you get some on there like that, maybe just a little bit more, like that. And then we're going to stick it to the wood, like so. Now, the cotton wool ignites, but it acts like the wick on a candle, and the petroleum jelly acts as like the wax on a candle. All you do, take your ferro rod and give it a strike. Now that's going, that'll burn for a couple of minutes. You put it in under there, and that'll burn long enough to get your fire going. While we're waiting for that, get our brew ready. Some milk. And 2.5 of them. Now that's dying down a little bit. I'm going to get the kettle and put it on the heat. Just like that. Feed it a few more bits if it needs it. Just want to try and keep the smoke to a minimum, because the last thing I want is some Karen dog walker coming over here moaning about how I can't light fires in the woods. Nearly boiling already. It's quicker than a gas stove, that. Yep, she's boiling. It's good. Any debris in there? Won't hurt anyone. And there you have it. One bushcraft brew in the woods. Cheers. Lovely. Why does everything made outside or cooked outside just taste that little bit better? Right, okay, so I finished my brew and I'm almost packed up. Now, I just need to pack away the stove, but what is the first rule of doing anything outdoorsy in the woods or anywhere in the country? sorry, in the countryside, that is leave no trace. So now the cooker's cooled down, I'll move it. Fold, it's a bit rooty, fold that back, and we're going to tip all the ash out of the stove into our hole. Give that a little tap. Fold that back over. Give it a little dig in. Cover it back over. And now nobody would ever know we were here, which is exactly how it should be. Leave no trace. Just put this back in its pouch. In there, like that. And again, nice and simple. Pull the pin out, unfold it, goes in the pouch, that folds up, slip the pin back in so you don't lose it. Goes back in the pouch, that goes back in the brew kit bag, get that back up, and we are good to go. Just to stop stuff moving around when I don't want it to. That is us. We are good to go. Right, let's get back to the car because we haven't got all day. I need to get back. Yeah, I've got to be honest, I do like going off the beaten track where the public generally don't go. Oh. Here we are, back up the other side of that valley. Oh. And back to the beaten track. We can't go that way because there's been a landslide. So we'll have to go round. Okay, so quick sit rep while we're on our way back to the car. Just seen our first dog walker. He's cool though. Just said hello. After all, this is a public forest. Well, it's actually private, but it's open to the public. Anyway, generally, this pathway that we're following up through here now, dog walkers that sort of frequent this place, they generally stay like over here on the south side of the path, but we've just ventured over the north side of the path, as it were. So anyway, nobody wants to listen to me blowing out my backside, so I'm going to carry on and see you all when I get back to the car. I'm out. And now we're back to the car park. As you can see, it is quite busy. But still, I've only actually seen one person. Again, like I said, that's why I like to head off the beaten track. Right. Chuck the wander in the woods bag. Back in the car. Right. Right. One final sit rep before I head for home. That is a really, really long walk to that spot, and then another really, really long walk back. Although it is a little bit easier on the way back because the bag weighs less. Oh, right. Let's go home. I'll see you when I get there. And I'm home. Wow, that was a pretty long walk, but I enjoyed it though. It did me some good. Now, I really hope you've enjoyed this video. That is the end. Thank you for watching.